who's going to be in the corner fucking masturbating in their tears of fear, and who's going to be out here fucking like top salesmen. This is where the people that are the cut above, they really rise above.
And this is how Matt Booth came up with the concept of his new bed and breakfast.
I don't want to kill my friend, but I can't.
But if you have
but
to.
you never know.
Robert, you just became very interesting to me.
Oh, bro, you don't.
I have no clue.
You have no fucking clue.
No clue.
You have no clue. So he's amazing, and not to be trusted. Icicles shoot down my chest, and it like literally as soon as it gets here. Imagine like myopically, like the granular focus in this state of mind that goes into I have to, but he can't. You know, it's like control of breathing, move the foot. Control of breathing, move the leg. You throw the dick like a mastodon, you don't talk about it. You leave a trail of destruction in your wake. You know, I mean, obviously, law ream.
Obviously.
Clearly. Or we're doing the thing. What do you want to talk about?
Oh no, this is great. I don't even care about cigars right now. I don't give a fuck about cigars.
So okay. So I have a good friend. He was in the Marines with me. He was in my platoon. His name's Manny Escondone.
Semper Fi.
And thank you. And he had when he got out, he had an apartment in Echo Park, right? I used to get my ID sent there. I was in Hollywood, but I was like, I wanted the cool address, right? I want, so get the EP on my driver's license, So he was this brilliant chef, very talented, right? This was his calling, okay? And at the time I was doing executive protection work with like some powerful people. They had like private chefs, shit like that. And I'm the fucking nut job that wants all of my friends to do better. And like I feel like if I can be a nucleus of connectivity, I want to provide that bridge, right?
Is this common knowledge that you were a bodyguard?
I don't know.
Okay, so Matt Booth.
I don't know.
He looks like he kills people, but now we know he actually does.
I was at one point much more upset than I am today. I'm far more subdued now. Very nice. I pet people. I like you, man. I like you. It's you and me. It's like that. Okay, now. So I'm like, fuck, Manny. I'm like, Manny, I could introduce you to some of these people, man. You should be one of these cats that's coming to their fucking house cooking for them. Like he would prepare these amazing meals for us privately. But Manny's aspirations, and this is and he's going to see this later, so, there's no slam here. Everyone gets into their own groove. Manny wanted to be the general manager of Polly's Pies in Santa Monica. It's cool. I went to Polly's Pies. I frequented Polly's Pies solely because of Manny. And I believe now he works for California Pizza Kitchen. He's fucking brilliant, but he knows how to run a kitchen, the whole deal, right? So Manny, at one point... Now,
it's a pizza place. I was thinking pie.
No, it's actual pie.
Okay.
Not pizza.
Sorry. I said I'm not the smartest man in the
They
room.
do that. They call it pie in the East Coast. It's actually on the West Coast. Pie is a pie.
Like I graduated California Pizza Kitchen.
There we go. So now another thing that you have to realize at the time is I did sound and lights at the Whiskey. I did several different things, right? And I had all these people giving me weed.
Yeah. I
didn't really smoke weed.
Right.
I don't do well with it.
Yeah.
If they mixed weed with meth, I would smoke a lot of weed. Not that I'm on meth solely, but I feel like there would be balance in that. I need up with down. I can't go down. I don't like that.
Right. So all you marijuana purveyors out there, start adding meth to it. This is definitely not going to get censored on YouTube.
So Manny, but a lot of people gave me weed, right? They're like, oh, here's, weed, whatever. And I had this drawer in my apartment that at one point I had amassed a significant amount of fucking marijuana that was just in there, different bags, different quantities, And I had like a friend of mine, Yanni, would come over. When I started learning bass, Yanni was teaching me like initial bass, right?
Where the fuck is this story going?
And just wait for it, bro.
Okay.
Fucking go with the Is he? You just want to? Are you premature ejaculator? Like you just got to get it over with? Like what the fuck, man?
Like I'm on my like third premature issue down there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
Let's keep going.
All right. So and I mean like Yanni came over one time, we're playing bass, and I was like, hey man, you want some of this fucking weed? And he looks at me like I'm a fucking idiot. He's like, you don't want this?
Yeah.
You take this weed? So he takes some of the weed, not all the weed. As I mentioned, there was a significant amount of weed at the time. And And so Manny at one point gives me this small little like nickel bag with a bud in it, and he claims that he found it on the floor of the walk-in freezer at Polly's Pies in Santa Monica. You might have to edit some of the names of the businesses for my friend, not for me. I could give a fuck. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Now, I just throw this in the pile and think nothing of it and go on with my life. And then this was like a couple months later. I'm going to go over kick it at Manny's place, right? And I'm like, you know what, man? Fuck it. I'm going to smoke that weed you gave me. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, you gave it to me. I'm going to take it out of the drawer that it's been in for a couple months. I'm going to come over to your crib and we'll smoke that weed.
Yeah.
The timeline's important here. Okay?
Yes.
So I go over to his house. We're chilling. He's got a little bong, right? I fire that thing up. And I'm telling you, I take this hit of this fucking weed, all right?
Yeah.
And icicles shoot down my chest. And it, like, literally, as soon as it gets here, that fast. And I was high as a fucking monkey.
Is that not weed?
It was weed plus.
What is weed plus?
So what Manny had done is he had given me weed laced with PCP. Now, which I'll finish the story with a little anecdotal, more information.
Yeah.
Now, what happens is that I'm on his couch in his living room, right? Echo Park, right?
Yeah.
Very delightful area. He's in a chair in the living room. TV's on, okay? And I realize that at any moment, Manny could turn on me. Okay?
Yes.
Now, I got to keep this shit level because I can't let him know that I'm now very sussy on him. Okay? And the front door of the crib is over there, and I think this is not a sturdy door. Like, at any moment, I mean, somebody could throw their body weight against it. Some chicken shit hollow apartment door. It could come in, and the assailants could come in, right?
Yeah.
I have to be ready.
Yes.
Okay.
The assailants that commonly attack you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, those are like small invisible enemies,
Yeah.
typically. But I'm thinking a bigger picture here. So I'm like, okay,
Your mind's focused in the right place.
defensive.
Yes.
So I think, okay, I'm laying on the couch. You know, my head's on the armrest of the couch, like very casual. I have to reposition my body so that I can spring forth off this couch. Be like, Manny, come! In seconds, I have to get on top of it.
Right.
Right?
Head on swivel. You got to be ready for anything, anytime.
I don't want to kill my friend, but I can't.
But if you have to.
you never know.
Yeah.
They fucking turn on you in a second. You never know. This is the state of mind, right?
Yes.
Meanwhile, also keeping it cool.
Yeah.
Because you can't let them see you sweat.
Can't see him coming.
And they have no idea the fucking horror show that's going on in my fucking mind at that moment, right? So over the course of like
On top
the next...
of the normal horror show that is your mind.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for noticing. So over the next 2.5 hours probably,
Yeah.
I, in very small incremental steps, am shifting my feet up under my body so that I can spring off the couch if I have to, right? But I have to move them. Like a normal fucking person would just, I'm just gonna, for comfort, reposition my body on this couch. You know, you just like somebody recrosses their leg. It's like it's over, right?
Yes.
Imagine like myopically, like the granular focus in this state of mind that goes into, I have to, but he can't, you know, it's like control of breathing, move the foot, control of breathing, move the leg, you know. It's literally 2 hours this goes on.
Did you go to sniper school?
No, man, I didn't want to do any extra shit.
All right.
This fucking life sucked enough. Jesus Christ.
Right, yeah.
So, but I mean, it probably
It
would have
sounds
been
like
cool.
stuff that you would do in sniper school.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
So I'm now ready, finally, and very alert. And Manny decides he's going to go to bed.
He's got to get up to do that.
Also suspicious.
Yes, very, very suspicious.
So I track him as he leaves, right? And he goes down the hallway, takes the corner, it's a 2-bedroom spot he shared with his brother, and he goes down to his room, which is the furthest point away from me, with like a kitchen and a wall between it.
Yes.
Okay? I promise you, I could hear him shift his body position in his bed. I was like a fucking werewolf. Like all of my senses heightened. Crazy. Like, I actually feel like, you know, they talk about like cops wrestling like naked dudes down on train tracks on this shit, and like they're completely out of their mind.
That's actually my normal Pornhub search.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Okay.
I've always been an advocate for the fact that stupid people shouldn't do drugs, especially like mind-altering ones, hallucinogenics, things like that. They don't have the bandwidth, and they become terrified and they become reactive. Like if you're going to have a mind-opening, universe-changing experience, you have to have the fucking bandwidth, right? Now, this wasn't something I would ever do proactively, nor do consciously, or electively.
Yes.
This was insidiously fed to me by a deceiver that came in the form of this very benign substance. It was tainted, right?
Yes.
So I can hear him. I'm like, is he like trying to lurk? Like, what's going on? And so I'm there, the door, the assailants, Manny, all night.
Get your feet under you.
On high alert.
Pounce.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Many more hours go by, and, you know, reality comes back. I mean, kind of. But now with, you know, whenever you come back from an experience like this, reality is not from where you left.
Yeah.
You don't just like dock back into the same port, because now you have a different level of enlightenment and experience.
That's a very profound way to say that. You don't dock back in the same port.
Yeah, you don't. Or you've been murdered by cops because you were a raving lunatic on train tracks and they had to put you down because you were a rabid beast. My
number 2 porn search.
There you go. Rabid beast. Wait, which part?
The cops taking down rabid beasts.
Okay.
Naked.
Now, this is not discussed.
Yes.
Like I go about my business, right? A couple years later, we're at Sean Silva's crypt for Thanksgiving. Some of the guys from the Marines would always get together for Thanksgiving. And I bring this up because I didn't really understand what had happened. I just knew that there's something different.
Yes.
And I bring this up to a couple guys who do a lot of drugs, and they're like, oh, yo, that was PCP. And I'm like, word? No. And then I confirm with Robert Caldwell, actually, that it was, in fact, PCP. And so it was in the Poconos. He confirmed that for me, actually, if I remember correctly. Nice. We had a little Airbnb. We're on the, or whatever.
You and Caldwell and the Poconos together?
Yeah. It was nice.
Talking about PCP?
Well, no, I mean, he confirmed for me,
okay.
You know, and so I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck this was. And he was like, oh, no, what was it like? I was like, icicles and the explosion. It was like, oh, it's PCP. So,
Robert, you just became very interesting to me.
Oh, bro, you don't...
I have no clue.
You have no fucking clue.
No clue.
You have no clue. So, he's amazing. And not to be trusted. So, but not the way Manny is not to be trusted, that fuck. So, we go to Sean Silva's house. Some of us from the platoon would get together for Thanksgiving. Right? Cerritos. Used to own a shop that sold body-piercing jewelry and these devices that people cram into themselves, stainless steel. I'm sure you're familiar. So I bring this up, ha ha ha, and this is where Manny just says, "Oh yeah, no, I know, I dosed you," like joking.
Yeah. What?
And I think,
clever prank.
What the fuck?
Such an innocent.
Like I could have been the guy on the train tracks.
Yeah.
But I mean, he probably knew I was an operator and I could keep it together.
Yeah.
But still, man, what a wild experience. And then I thought, you know, when I came in here today, and I'm looking at all these guys.
Small chance of PTSD. It's harmless.
No, I mean, I'm already normalizing and managing that in other unhealthy ways. But, you know, I look around, I'm like, you know, it'd be a phenomenal team building exercise is we got to dose all these motherfuckers at breakfast with LSD. All of them. And then just kind of see the cream rise to the top. Who's going to be in the corner fucking masturbating in their tears of fear? Mm-hmm. And who's going to be out here fucking like top salesmen? Like, this is where the people that are the cut above, they really rise above.
And this is how Matt Booth came up with the concept of his new bed and breakfast. Bed and breakfast.
Oh my God, that's a great idea. Called Survive the Night. It's nice. We're going to have locations in Detroit and Louisiana to start, and
Moving to Colombia.
yeah, no, Honduras probably.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good spot.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Detroit.
great.
Yeah, Detroit.
It's great
Honduras. Similar.
in many ways.
Yes.
Yeah. And anyway, so that's my PCP story, and I thought I'd share. I like to tell stories from my life.
Yes.
And that's it. That's all I got.
You always give the most boring interviews.
I know.